I'm here in the Russian Cultural Center. It's a building found in the heart of Valletta, and it's dedicated to promoting Russian culture and history here in Malta. The building itself is very historic. It dates from the late 16th century, and it used to be owned by Sir Oliver Starkey, a prominent Knight of St. John. Now, Starkey lived in this building. He possibly might have died here as well. And if you talk to the staff in the centre, they will tell you that Sir Oliver Starkey's ghost is still here in the building today. So, Irina, here we are in your office, and it's believed that this space used to be part of Sir Oliver Starkey's bedroom. Now, you had an experience with Sir Oliver Starkey here in this room on these very steps. Tell us what happened.
It was October 2021. I was here approximately half a year. And during this half a year, it was a lot of things which happened to me very strange. I could not understand. And one day when I was reading and decided to leave my office, I felt a push. Someone pushed me. I fell. I fell particularly here. Just imagine, you are walking, you're lying. And I was lying, and I asked him, what do you want from me? Just tell me. And as far as I understand that, he can't answer me. So I began to count. What do you want? And on my particular words, okay, I will rebuild this center. I will rebuild its history. I make a museum. If it's good for you. I heard very strange noise. It was like something just dropped. And I looked at my table and I was shocked.
Okay. So when you looked at your table, you saw something lying on the ground. Isn't that right?
Yes, because a book which I was reading, and by the way, it was Elizaveta Zorina's book.
So the previous
director.
Yeah.
So I was reading this book and I absolutely clearly remember that I closed it and stood up and went out. But at that time, I saw that the table was absolutely empty and the book is on the floor.
Okay, let's take a look at the desk next.
Let's go. In the beginning of October 2021, there was no computer. It was absolutely flat and absolutely clean table with this book in the middle. And I don't know how, but it slipped out of the table to the floor. And as far as I can imagine, it means that someone or something should help this book to do it, because I was sitting on the floor, on the steps. As part of the work we have done to restore our center is this historical room, which we call museum. And it is dedicated to links between Malta and Russia, which started with the great embassy of Peter I, continued through communication of Catherine the Great with Grandmaster Daragan, and of course Paul I, her son, who was proclaimed as a protector of the order. And very important story in our big history of Russia, that a lot of outstanding figures, as for example those who you can see here, they were awarded by Maltese Cross, because Maltese Cross and the history of Maltese Order of St. John was always very important to Russians.
We're in the concert hall inside the Russian Cultural Center, and I've spoken to a female staff member from the center who said she had an experience right here in this space. The staff member was at the piano and she was helping an 11-year-old girl with a singing lesson. All of a sudden, the girl looks quite scared and stops singing, and she looks over in this direction, behind the staff member. The girl says to the staff member, "There's a man standing behind you." The staff member, she turns to look over in that direction. There's nobody there. The young girl said, that man disappeared as soon as you turned around. And the child was clearly quite afraid at what she'd seen. She describes the man that she saw as being old, pale, and wearing medieval-style clothing that was black. Now, this isn't the first time that staff at the Russian Cultural Centre have claimed that there's a ghost in the building, because the staff back in the 1990s said the same thing. The unusual activity has continued until this very day, so it does seem clear that the ghost of Sir Oliver Starkey hasn't found peace just yet.